right, so I want to open up with talking about more or less the elephant that is in the room, because I mean I think all of us got flashbacks when we saw some of what was getting said about Agatha all along on the red carpet premieres. In fact,
purple carpet.
Well,
please.
yeah, that's true. Purple, because themes and stuff. So yes, you're not wrong. The purple carpet, and you started to get acolyte vibes. You started to. I mean, it's almost amazing that a company can repeat the same exact mistakes over and over. It is quite remarkable that these guys continue to screw this up. As we've talked about, hey, is there going to be a correction with regards to the market? Now, there's two ways to look at it. I personally don't think there's going to be any sort of correction by the mainstream. I just don't think that they have it in them. But on the other hand, even if they did correct, even if there was some sort of market correction, you're so far removed from whatever that's going to look like in the industry, because all this stuff takes years to develop. Okay. So you can look at this either of those ways. You can say, well, this was already coming down the pipeline, so of course it was going to still be with the whole approach. Or you can just say, which is what I feel, it's like, dude, it's the same stuff, and they're going to continue to say the same stuff. So we have Sashir Zamata, who are also, and again, this is a question that was asked continuously. Okay, and this is what they had to say. Let's listen in.
It's been described to me that Agatha is the gayest project Marvel has ever done.
I think this is the gayest journalist.
Yes.
Is that what you call him?
Yeah,
for sure. So he's got that going for him. But yeah.
Ever done. Agree?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Why is it?
You'll see. You'll see when you watch it. But, I think witches are queer inherently just because we are outcast and set aside for many reasons. And I think this show shows a really good representation of different types of people, and all use the power we have within to
perhaps the power of many.
Go forth and be great.
It's been described.
But okay, so
something great. Something.
It was
diverse.
It was very interesting, man, because I mean, when I say it's like repeating the same thing, it was like, you had Amanda, whatever her name is, talking about, or was it? I can't remember if it was the other chick, Harvey Weinstein's former assistant. I didn't know if it was her. One of them were talking about how this nerds are queer. I think it might have been Amanda that said it.
They were both in that interview, and it was Amanda that said nerds are queer.
You're right.
And then somebody said something showing, well, in my world, nerds are queer.
Of course, in their world, of course, it would be.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, as far as this is just yet again the same exact thing that we've already seen, or we just saw. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, that you tortured yourself through the Acolyte, and it was the same exact, like, I don't even like to generally use the term rhetoric, but it was the same exact thing that was being stated in that interview. It's being stated here, and it's like, well, yeah, they're not on the other side of this. I think they're going to continue on with this, and I'm not even saying, because I know our friends at Film Threat had said that, up until those first couple of episodes going through Agatha, they hadn't seen any of the actual woke stuff. Doesn't mean that it wasn't going to be there, because it took a little bit for it to take that crazy turn. It took 3 episodes with the Acolyte when it just got crazy. I think it was the 3rd episode. Yeah, exactly. So it could be one of those things, but even so, they're still leading with it on the promotional trail and the marketing trail. So I don't think Disney's learned a damn thing.
No, I've always said that Disney will go down with this ship. There might be other companies that course correct, but Disney won't. Disney's going down with this ship because it's entrenched. It's entrenched all the way through their systems, their employment, their heads, their divisions. That's entrenched. Disney are going to fail, and they're going to fail miserably, and I don't care. As regards to the marketing around the Acolyte, it's the gayest Star Wars, blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. It wasn't gay. The show wasn't gay. Did the show have a lot of gay actors? Yes, it had Leslie Headland's wife. It had Amanda Stenberg, but she changes what she is every 2 fucking years. It had Yord or whatever it was called. He's a gay actor. So there was actual gay actors, but the show itself wasn't gay. There wasn't any gay relationships. That, in fact, the only relationships in the show were between men and women, or in the Jedi case, between Jedi and children, because they're Fredos. So this rhetoric around the Acolyte being the gayest Star Wars show ever is just nonsense to push. I don't know what they want to push. A lot of gay people working behind the scenes, probably because of Leslie Headland essentially hired her friends, who they all live in the same bubble, which Amanda Stenberg has admitted. So probably, but the show itself, no. So whether or not the same thing is going to be done with Agatha, I don't know. I don't care. I will watch it. I will give it a review based off what I see. I'll say if I like stuff. I'll say if I dislike stuff. But I tend to find that a lot of this grandstanding with, oh, this is the gayest thing, this is the something that, this is the ideological whatever, isn't actually the case at all. It's the most bizarre marketing that I ever see from these companies, because they don't represent what the show actually does. The Acolyte was just shit. That was the Acolyte. It wasn't gay. It was just shit. Terribly written, terribly acted, terribly directed, terribly produced. The sets were cheap and tacky. It was just a garbage show. So my kind of take, it's not exactly the most original take. A lot of people have this take because, to me, I think it's obvious, and that's why it's an obvious take, is that they come out with these marketing ploys of it's the gayest this or it's the diversest that, because they're trying to literally create shields around the show to make it exempt from criticism. So when people see the show, realize that it's just crap. In the case of the Acolyte, if you want to criticize the show, which we all did because it was absolute hot garbage, from myself and the way that I sort of entertain my audience, through to somebody who will do it a bit more methodically, like, let's say, Star Wars Theory. Okay. And you can just tear the show apart based off of how bad it is. Then their argument then becomes, well, you're homophobe, you're a bigot, you're a racist, you're a sexist. And that's where they try and hit you with that. That's the gotcha. That's the shield which they've put up. Is this going to be gay? I mean, it's got gay characters in it. We know that because it's got one of the fake children, and even canonically in Marvel, they're gay. Are they going to amp that up? Probably. Is there going to be lesbian witches? Probably.
Is Hulkling in it? So Hulkling is in it?
No. The Wonder Child, one of the Wanda Maximoff's fake children.
Yeah, that's Hulkling's the gay one. Wiccan. Wiccan. Yeah. Wiccan's with fucking. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Wiccan is and I mean, you could say with the Acolyte we have the gay witches, but again, that was just stupid, retarded shit.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios.